What's going on, YouTube? It's Wade here. So last time I made an update, I think I was on my third week. I had just done some of the road evaluation pre-inspections that you go over with your instructor. Basically, they do that to see where you're at in your progress. So, you've got 4 weeks to get ready for your actual state standardized road test and all that comes with it, which is the pre-inspection, okay, your in-cab inspection, and then your 3-point brake test. Then you'll do your backing. You'll do 3 backing. You'll do offset. You'll do a straight back, and you'll do a parallel. And then you'll go to your road test is your final test. You have to pass, within the points every single one. There's automatic failures. For example, your in-cab inspection is separate from your 3-point brake test. You'll do your in-cab inspection, which consists of things like make sure your windshield is in good condition. Make sure your mirrors are in good condition. They have clear visibility. They're not cracked or broken. You're going to look at your emergency items like your 3 reflective triangles, making sure your fire extinguisher is present, it's secured, it's fully charged, a minimum of 10 BC. Things like that. Spare fuses, making sure you're going to have your truck running, so you're going to see that all your gauges, your voltmeter, your oil pressure, your coolant temperature, make sure your air pressure gauges are functioning, your ABS light, that's on your gauge, on the dash, looking at your gauges, all your lights, your high beam, your low beam, your 4-way flashers or your hazard lights, making sure your defrost works on the top, the middle, and the bottom. Things like that are pre-inspection, or for your in-cab inspection, I'm sorry. And then once you conclude, you say, I'm concluded with my in-cab inspection, then he'll move you on to your 3-point brake test. If you miss anything on your 3-point brake test, it's an automatic failure. So I'm going to tell you right now, the 3-point brake test goes like this. After you do your in-cab inspection, your air pressure system, your brakes, okay, your service and your emergency brakes, that's going to start to build up in your truck, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to fan your brakes by pressing on your brake pedal till it goes down to 90 PSI. From there, you're going to allow it to build back up to the governor cutoff of 120 to 140 PSI. Okay, the governor is what's going to cut off your air compressor, telling your truck, your combination, your tractor and your trailer, hey, we got enough air pressure built up in the system. We're cutting the valve. Okay, so that's basically what it's doing. You hear that? It's done. From there, you're going to put your truck in low gear. We've been doing 10 speeds. So you're going to put it in first gear. That's chalking the vehicle. Okay, because the next thing you're going to do is you're going to shut your truck off and just turn it back onto the electric. Not turning the engine over, just the electric, so you can read your gauges again. Okay, reason you're chalking your vehicle is because after you turn the vehicle back on, all right, you're gonna release your 2 valves, your tractor and your trailer brakes. Okay, so you're releasing those. All right, now the next thing you're gonna do is you've got your foot on the clutch. Don't let your foot off the clutch. Keep your foot down on the clutch. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna fan your brakes down to the next step is you're gonna tell your instructor, all right, after I've done that, I've released my brakes. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna hold down my brake pedal for 1 minute. I should not see more than 3 PSI lost in a single combination, that's just your tractor alone, bobtail, or a double combination, which is your tractor and your trailer. All right, you shouldn't see more than 4 PSI. Now, if you have more trailers, I think it goes up 1 PSI per trailer. So a doubles would be 5, a triples would be 6 PSI, so forth. But for just one tractor and trailer, it's 4 PSI. You're gonna say, will you please time me? Make sure you do that. That's pass or fail. If you don't ask him to time you, you will fail. Before you start, say, please time me. You'll hold down your gas pedal, or your brake pedal, I'm sorry, and he probably won't even go the full minute. After you're done with that, the next thing you're gonna do is explain to him, now I'm going to fan down to approximately 55 PSI to see if my low warning lights come on and or my buzzer. You tell him, say, now I'm fanning. You're pressing down on the brake pedal with your foot, okay, your right foot. You get down to 55 PSI or close to it, you'll hear beep, beep, and you'll see your warning lights come on underneath both gauges, okay? Good. You tell them you see the gauges come on, it's efficiently working. Your system's doing what it's supposed to do. Next step and the final step is you're gonna tell them, I'm gonna fan my brakes down now to 20 to 45 PSI, and I'm gonna wait for my valves, both of my valves, to pop out. You have to physically see them pop out. Do not touch them if you don't think they have. You just keep fanning your brakes until it goes to 0 if necessary. You fan all the way down. Your brakes will pop out. You tell them, I've visually seen both of my valves pop out. This concludes my 3-point air brake test. That's it. He'll tell you if you pass or failed. You should pass if you follow those instructions. Okay? Then you're gonna move on to your backing. You know what I'm saying? The backing, it's not hard. You'll learn, it's more about learning how to do that more than I can explain. Okay, so you'll do your straight back first. Then you'll do your offset, which is going from a 45, cutting in. All right? Then you're gonna pull up and do your parallel. You'll practice plenty if you come to the Yellow Academy. You're gonna have no more than 8 people in your class. You're gonna get plenty of truck time from week 2 to week 4, which is your test date. I just had my test today and I passed. You know what I mean? I did pass. So I'm happy about that. Now I can move on to my next step in my journey, which is going back to my hub. I'm a line haul driver, like I've explained before. So what I understand, I'll get with the senior driver and learn all the ins and outs and the real parts of the road that I need to be secure out there by myself on the road, to be more confident. Just the little things that a senior truck driver would know. Some more advice I can give you: before you come to this school, do your due diligence to have all your ducks in a row. Okay, you're gonna have to have your tanker endorsement, your double and triple trailers endorsement, and your hazmat. Okay, you don't have to have all those before you come to school. You only need your CDL permit, but you need to jump on it. It's taken 60 days right now to get your background test from the TSA. I did mine on August 1st. It's September 8th today, and I still have not got my background check yet. And after you pass your CDL test, you're gonna get a message from the change of job department with Yellow, whoever it is, HR, whatever you want to call it, saying like, hey, this is the next step. Before you can go back to your home terminal and begin driving, you have to have all of your endorsements, which there was a little bit of confusion on the relay of information because things have been changing. So, it's nobody at fault, but as we learn, as we go, we learn. So this is the whole point of my YouTube channel, is to document my journey and help those coming behind me. That's it. So I would highly advise you, as soon as you take your CDL permit test, take that tanker, take that double and triple trailer test that day. The day you pass your CDL permit, you need to call the TSA. They'll know you've passed. It'll be in the system. Set up your fingerprints ASAP, because you're going to be at school for a month. Great. But if you wait right before you go to school like I did, I was under the impression it would only take 30 days. There's an influx of drivers coming into the system, okay? So that means there's more people getting their hazmat. Takes longer for them to get to you and get your background. It just is what it is. So if you're thinking about coming to school, I would highly advise, get all of your stuff before you even come. If you can, delay your time to come to school so that you have all your stuff already taken care of. You don't have to worry about scheduling nothing after you get your CDL, you take your test, you go home, all your endorsements will be uploaded from the system to your license. Boom, baby, you're good to go. That's my advice. That's gold right there, okay? Take that and run with it. And then you're gonna enjoy school, man. It's been great. You have your hotel room, you get per diem, you get paid. The classrooms are small. So you get a lot of one-on-one with the instructors. You get a lot of time in the truck that you're not going to get at these other schools. Other schools, you might have 50 people in your class or more, even 30. You're going to have 3 times less, however you want to say it, the amount of people in your class. 8 is the max they put in a class, okay? And you get 2 instructors per class. And the instructors in the Indy terminal were phenomenal. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Farron. Shout out to you guys. You guys were phenomenal. They're patient. They're going to tell you what you need to improve on. And if they don't feel comfortable with where you're at, they're not going to send you to that test. Okay? Understand this. You're going to get 2 road tests paid by the company. The first one you'll do on your 4th week. They'll have your test date already scheduled by, I think, week 2. All right? And then if you fail that one, it's booked out. So you might have to come back 3 weeks later. But that second one, they will pay for it. That third one, if you don't pass your second test,